Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're cracking open the owner's manual for the most complex piece of machinery you'll ever own, your brain. Drawing on some incredible insights from neuroscientist Dr. Arif Khan, we're going to figure out how to find and use the manual controls.
All right, let's jump right in. Think about your day for a second. Ever feel like it just runs itself? I mean, from the moment you wake up, your hand just kind of reaches for your phone, you scroll the same apps, you walk the same path to the coffee machine, even the snack you grab when you're feeling stressed. Did you decide to do any of that, or did it just happen?
Well, here's the thing. That's not you being lazy or lacking willpower. Nope, that's actually your brain's autopilot system. It's a feature, not a bug. And the good news? You can totally learn to fly manual. And that's exactly what we're going to dig into.
Okay, so first things first. We have to understand the default settings. All those hidden programs running in the background, making decisions for us without us even realizing it.
So, what's running this whole autopilot show? A little part of your brain called the basal ganglia. Seriously, just think of it as a hard drive for your habits. Every time you do something over and over, the basal ganglia is like, got it, saving this as a shortcut to save energy, and boom, a habit is born.
And get this is pure biology. Once that habit is locked in, the part of your brain that makes conscious choices, it literally just quiets down. It's not choosing anymore, it's just doing. Your brain isn't being lazy, it's being super efficient, running a script it already wrote. The problem is, sometimes that script is, well, outdated.
You know that feeling of procrastination? That brain freeze when you know you should do something, but you just can't? Yeah, that's the same system at work. Your brain's autopilot sees a difficult or uncomfortable task ahead, and its prime directive is to save energy. So what does it do? It slams on the brakes.
But here's where it gets really exciting. We are not stuck with these settings. We can absolutely become our own programmers. It's time to install some system updates.
So how do we overwrite a bad habit? Neuroscience gives us a pretty clear three-step blueprint that actually works with your brain, not against it. Step 1. Shift the cue. Don't focus on stopping the bad habit. Focus on interrupting the thing that triggers it. Step 2. The one-step rule. This is genius. Make the new habit you want so ridiculously small that it's neurologically impossible to say no to. I'm talking like 1 push-up, not 20, just 1. And finally, step 3. Rewrite the reward. You have to give your brain a better prize. Swap out that old reward for something new and meaningful, even if it's just that feeling of pride for a second.
Okay, and what about that procrastination freeze? There's a tool for that too. And it's so simple it almost feels like cheating. It all comes down to a tiny 5-second window of opportunity where your brain makes a choice: act or hesitate.
It's called the 5-second tool. The second you feel that instinct to do something, or that feeling of hesitation, you just start counting. Backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting backwards is a weird little trick. It forces your thinking brain, your prefrontal cortex, to wake up. It literally interrupts that autopilot loop. And then, when you hit 1, you have to physically move. That's the key. Action starts with movement, not with trying to feel like it.
All right, so rewriting our mental code is huge. But it's kind of pointless if the hardware, our actual brain, is glitching out, right? So let's talk about essential system maintenance. You know, we live in this world obsessed with hacking sleep. We've got the gadgets, the gummies, the apps, all these shortcuts. But here's the truth. Your brain doesn't want to be hacked. It wants to be restored. It has this incredible built-in repair cycle that runs every single night, cleaning out junk and organizing memories. Our job isn't to hack it, it's to just get out of the way and let it do its thing.
And creating those conditions is actually pretty simple. The science points to 4 big ones. Get some sunlight as soon as you can after waking up. That sets your body's clock. Power down the screens before bed to let your brain chill out. Keep your room cool, around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And try to be consistent even on the weekends. See? It's not about complicated hacks, it's about working with your biology.
Another killer maintenance tool, journaling. And the neuroscience behind why it works is so cool. It's this thing called affect labeling. All that means is putting your feelings into words. When you do that, when you just name an emotion like, I'm feeling anxious, it's like you're turning down the volume on your brain's alarm system and turning up the volume on your reasoning center. It lets the two parts of your brain talk to each other instead of fighting.
And you can think of it like cross-training at the gym, but for your brain. Got a lot of heavy emotions? Try expressive writing to just get it all out and complete the loop.
Feeling kind of numb or down? Gratitude journaling literally retrains your brain to spot the good stuff. And when life just feels messy and confusing, reflective reframing helps you build new pathways for solving problems.
Okay, so we've done an internal tune-up. We've updated the code, run the maintenance. Now what? Now we have to navigate the outside world. How do we set up a firewall to protect our system and build better social networks?
Let's talk about that firewall first, because wow, do we need one. Did you know that a mind-blowing 95% of our buying decisions are made by our unconscious, emotional brain? Brands know this, marketers know this, and they are spending billions of dollars to talk directly to that part of your brain, completely bypassing your rational mind. And they've got a whole playbook of neuromarketing hacks. That limited time offer, that's not a sales tactic, it's a direct hit on your brain's ancient fear of loss. The red and yellow at McDonald's, that's color psychology designed to trigger your appetite. That amazing cinnamon smell at the mall, yeah, Cinnabon pumps that out to create cravings. And social media notifications, they are literally built on the same addictive variable rewards loop as a casino slot machine.
But, okay, it's not all doom and gloom. We can use this same knowledge of the brain for something incredibly positive, building our social networks. And I mean the real ones, by teaching our kids the most critical software they'll ever have, emotional intelligence, or EQ. And here's the most hopeful part about EQ. Your IQ, your intelligence quotient, is pretty much set. But your EQ, your emotional quotient, that is a skill. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build. It's a whole network of circuits in the brain that we, as parents, as mentors, as caregivers, get to help wire. And how do we do that? It comes down to 3 basic habits. First, name their emotions out loud for them. I can see you're feeling really frustrated. That's affect labeling again. It calms their brain down. Second, always validate the feeling before you correct the behavior. It makes sense you're mad, but we don't hit. And third, coach, don't control. Guide them to solve their own problems. Every time you do this, you are literally strengthening the parts of their brain responsible for resilience and self-control.
So, when you close this owner's manual, what's the one big takeaway? I think it's this. The brain you have right now isn't fixed. It's not permanent. I love how Dr. Khan says it. Your old habits were built by accident. Your new ones will be built by awareness.
That power to change, to literally rewire itself, has a name: neuroplasticity. And it means that right now, you are the chief architect of your own mind. Every choice you make, every small action you take, it's a little vote for the kind of person you're becoming.
So forget about some massive overhaul. This isn't about changing everything overnight. It's about one small shift, one intentional decision. So my question to you is, what small shift will you decide to make today?